Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, and for the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest for the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Utah Utes, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. First down here for this offense. It's an option look. He'll pitch it. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Looking to pass here on second down. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
What a simple read and a simple throw for the quarterback. You want to give me the running back sliding out of the backfield? No problem. I'll take that. Let him do the work after the catch.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Receiver makes the grab. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy's off to a great start in this big playoff game.
And the Utes have 1st and 10 here. A quick throw out left, complete. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up to take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Looking to scramble. Has the first, still on the move. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. They're going to run the option. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy and keep this quarterback from running.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Makes a quick catch. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
Well, it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a 1st down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
We'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It's a a second and goal play for the offense. Some pre-snap movement, back in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Utes. Offense setting the tone early. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Oh, and the keeper slashing through the defense, and enough for a first down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Well, that's the risk you take as a coach running this style of offense. And really as a quarterback, you know that there's a chance you're going to get hit like that. And boy, did he get annihilated by this defense. I'm just happy that he got up and ready to play that next play.
Wide receivers got it on a shovel pass. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Good job here by this offense coming up with his first down on the third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
They look to throw it here on second down. Taking a shot here. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
They'll hand it off. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Here's the second down play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Oh, the read option here, and the quarterback keeps it. I thought he was going to get out and maybe take this downfield for big yards. The defense, very fortunate to keep him to a shorter gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Pressure is coming. Heavy pressure. He lets it go. And that's just thrown away. I don't think he's going to get away with that. Yeah, here comes the flag. Incompletion sets up a 3rd down now for this offense. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
How about that? The defense does their job on 3rd down and long. They get after that quarterback, and now it's 4th and forever. Coverage did its part. Let's not forget about that. Buying the pass rush enough time to get after the quarterback.
Fourth down and very long, but the offense still on the field. They're going to go. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And they heave it deep downfield. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Receiver in motion now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Here's a screen pass to the running back. They make the stop, but not before he gains the first down. The screenplay works.
Another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up a first down and keep this drive alive. I'll tell you, he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. And boy, Chris, over the years, how many Florida State quarterbacks have we seen get in that zone? Guys like Chris Wenke and Jameis Winston, Charlie Ward, and so many good signal callers that have played at FSU.
And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Second down after that previous play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He's moving out of the pocket now. He's hit as he throws it. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play. The Seminoles will have to punt this one away. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. And the Seminoles will come to the line, looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Trying for a 4th down completion. Can't connect downfield, incomplete, and a turnover on downs.
Oh my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a 1st down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And here comes a deep shot. And he's got it for a huge gain, brought down at the 30.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Looks right for a quick completion. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
The Utes lining up here on 1st and 10. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Utah.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
0.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The last time they went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. And he's got it. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. At the 10 now. Touchdown, Florida State. Just ran away from the defense. They're set now to try the PAT. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Turner trying to create good field position. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Utah offense takes the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one. Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. And it's incomplete, comes up a little short on that throw.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. He's moving out of the pocket. Looking downfield. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Good enough for the first down to the 37. Looking to chuck it again. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Ball carrier brought down, but a flag's on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. And the quarterback dropping back. Lets it go under heavy pressure, taking a shot. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. They're going to have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looking to scramble now.
Well, it's second down and forever. You know they're going to throw the ball. They want to throw the ball, but to the credit of the defense, there's just nothing open. How about this quarterback? Instead of throwing the ball away, he picks up some big yards. They get a real shot here now on third down.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. That ball snagged for a completion. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Running out of time in the pocket. He's going to take off here. Finds room at the 30. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
The Utes getting set on 1st and 10. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
Well, the defense coordinator this week always telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Snags a quick throw. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. Touchdown, Utes. Still no answer for this offensive machine. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. The pocket breaking down. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Utes will kick this away to get the second half going. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. And they've got him back at the 4-yard line. Great coverage. Bad decision to bring it out. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They're going to run it. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. A bullet, but it's incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Well, the defense was all over the field in the first half, and as we see here, more of the same to start this third quarter. Big question to me is, now you got a fourth down. You look at that scoreboard, you almost start to wonder, should I go for this?
And the Noles will send their punt team onto the field. Trying to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And look at this, it's a fake. Looking to throw it deep. And the fake punt works. It's a first down. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Seminoles. And the comeback is on. Kicking team on now for the extra point. The extra point is good. They're down by a touchdown, 21-14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Utah offense takes the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Offense facing a third and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. I think he'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain in the return. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Bringing pressure. Took contact on the throw. And is intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. Past the 10. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Utah.
Great job here by the linebacker, taking advantage of that pressure by his own defense. They got to that quarterback. In fact, he was hit as he was releasing the ball. Ball's in the air, and the linebacker recognizes he'll be able to make that play and takes it to the house for the touchdown.
Florida State, 14.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense makes its way on the field, ready to start the drive. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. The defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, the defense does a really nice job here of not only pressuring the quarterback, but not tipping their hand with coverage. They went to double coverage, but didn't show it till late. They confused the quarterback, and they almost came up with an interception.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49. The Noles begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He shreds the tackle. Again, ripping through the defense.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of playing moving forward.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Lets it fly out of the wideout. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch in bounds, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Looking to throw again. Fires it to the wideout. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch, does get the foot down.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
He's moving out of the pocket. A throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up third down.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. And the deep shot falls incomplete, but wait, there is a flag on the play, so we'll check that out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Defense clearly setting up to stuff the run here. They've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up second and goal. Touchdown, Knowles. This game is far from over. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Offense takes the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. They'll try to run it with the option. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. See what the call is on 1st and 10. Handoff to the single back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the catch. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Chris, it's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Third down play here out of the shotgun. And he'll go down after a nice pickup on the play. That'll be a first down.
I mean, I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today, making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
And the Utes pick up enough yardage for a first down. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
The Utes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And they'll give it to the back. Able to pick up just a couple of yards. That's good run defense.
And I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Important second down play coming up. Now, with the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge game, but he could not collect it.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down, and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Look at this. He'll go deep again. Incomplete and nearly picked off. They waste an opportunity for a much-needed takeaway. But it does set up 4th down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
Quick completion to the tight end. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop, and they get the ball back.
And the receiver snags it. It's complete. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Using his legs here. And he steps out of bounds. No gain on the play.
Well, that is a clinic by this defense on this quarterback run. String him out to the sideline. Nowhere for him to go. All he can do is step out of bounds for no gain.
Now it's 2nd down here. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Oh, it's incomplete. A rare drop from an excellent wide receiver. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
The pre-snap motion from the offense. On third down, he drops to throw, and he'll loft it to the end zone. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Oh, Chris, the quarterback and the receiver just not quite on the same page there on that third down and long. But at this point in the game, you got to consider going for this. They need a touchdown.
Down one possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. And they pick up the first out of the 23, getting closer to the red zone.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
And we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to steal a late game comeback victory. The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
The Seminoles trying to cash in here in the red zone. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
And sack sets up an important 3rd down. Here's the snap. He's looking to throw. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Ball carrier tackled at the 2. A solid gain on that completion.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Great chance for the offense to tie the game. 1st and goal. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Here's the option play. The back's got to run a pitch. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here.
I like the idea of mixing it up from time to time because he can't be too predictable. But the execution was a little bit off on this one. I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Stopped right there at the line, no gain. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. And they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal. Quarterback drops back. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. And now the crucial try for the extra point. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Utah offense takes the field. How will they play this? They've got some work to do to get into field goal range, but how aggressive will this play calling be? Receiver makes the grab. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Catch made down inside the 15-yard line. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So here comes our first play of overtime. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Obvious false start there, moving too early. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down to the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Second down after that completion. Offense looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. Trying for a pick six to win the game. A takeaway, and that will seal the victory.
Oh, no. They may have just cost themselves the game with this interception. That's the last thing you can afford to do in overtime. Now it simply comes down to, can you stop your opponent from scoring, or the game is over.
So here we go. This defense needing to come up with something special here. Make a play to keep hope alive in this game. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. It's a quick grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the defense smothers him for no gain. Second down and goal. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Contact as he threw it. And he's in there. Touchdown to win this game in overtime. Wow. Kirk, this quarterback told